Flourish! No, 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 he's still loading. What are you doing?
The eye twitching.
So, fortunately, the one player with the technical issues is also the one player who really can't do anything right now. So, ready to start when you are, I guess. Is everyone at their computer?
Screech.
Alright,
We know you're
everyone,
there.
Bedines, plop down your character along. Well, around where the yellow circle is.
Zoom
Why does Potato not have his health bar?
Look, potato is a good potato. Okay?
Wait. Which map is everyone on right now?
Shipyard.
What?
It's like their hut. I think that's.
That's not a shipyard.
Okay. You
Oh,
dragged
that
everyone
looks-
except Lucas.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's not a
That's not a
shipyard.
shipyard.
That's a
That's-
swamp
That's a
village.
Okay, I only could see the boat at the very top because I had the thing minimized to a very
Aki,
small
how did you
degree.
screw that up? It's like where you're from. That's Florida in a nutshell.
Okay, listen here. It is not, and I would like
I'll
that to be
correct
put
you.
on the statement.
Louisiana.
Claude, we're still going to be covering. I believe when you guys left off, they were camping before continuing the rest of the trip.
Something like that.
Yeah, so Claude, you should catch up to them before they get to this point. We'll have a little segment prior to that.
A little
Yep.
heart to heart.
Yeah, we just didn't need
See,
the previous
that's the
map
thing
anymore.
with you.
A little heart to heart to heart. Why are there 3 hearts in there? I have 2 hearts. Don't question it.
Fucking Time Lord.
Actually, I was going more with Space Marine. When talking to an Astartes, son, we need to have a heart to heart to heart. Why were there 3 hearts in there? Why the hell do you have 2 hearts? Fair point. That's a good question. Why do they have 2 hearts? They store them in the exact same spot.
In case one fucking fails.
I know, but if you get shot in the heart, you're still getting shot in both hearts. They could have spaced them out
It's
or
also
something.
not deadly to them.
No, it is. It's still deadly if both the hearts get destroyed. It just takes a while for them to bleed out. Nice thing about being robust. It is still a lethal injury. It's just going to take them a while before they finally keel over from it.
It just takes a hot minute.
Okay, so
Have no potato.
What do you mean we have no potato?
There is no potato on this map. Lucas, potato's supposed to be in yellow circle. Why is potato not in yellow circle?
There is potato.
Ah, now we have potato.
The best potato.
We have no Claude. Ah, there he is. We're good. I believe that's everyone.
Uh-oh.
That is
I
everyone.
got stuck in the map. I can't move. I'm immortal too. I can't kill myself.
healthy, I guess you're finally going to see whether or not
I got
Risk of
free.
Rain 2, has an end by timeout.
No, I got out. It's okay.
Okay. I am
But I can't say this. I just stood in a volley of bombs and didn't even take any damage.
Well, that's everyone's tokens placed down. I believe, Paige, I guess the next step would just be final mic check before the stream goes live.
You should be okay.
I can assure you, Mike is okay.
Yee.
Woof.
Okay.
Well,
3,
that's all the players.
1. Let's go. Alright. Hello, people. Princess BRT here, and welcome back to Corrupt Harmony.
It's still not working.
Cause you're a bitch.
Fine, it's fine. You're not gonna need your sheet this session. Shh.
Alright, so where we last left off, our party had camped for a bit and was going to town. However, along the way, they ran into Claude's character named
Chet Backwell. You want a basic description?
Yep, go ahead.
Who the
So-
fuck sounds like a radio announcer?
A like pretty fashion heavy suits, almost hair's slick side. Yeah, menacing eye. He just dark outside. He's frequently doodling various sketches.
There was a minor mic cutout. Could you please
Was
repeat
there?
that? Could you please repeat your last sentence?
Sketch. Lower my sensitivity. I'll try and that work.
Yep.
He will sketch the surroundings about the area, and often just admires what's there. But we don't really got time for that, so I guess we're not doing. Maybe a little later.
I mean,
I mean, we don't need
you just
to
bumped
save
into the
dog.
party. I don't know.
Shrug.
We're not the ones who dictate your pace.
But
Dicto.
the entire party would get a very insightful eye staring them all down with a bit of doubt in my mind. There is no way I didn't read the second piece of paper.
As he's intently staring at us, my character's just gonna start backing behind someone.
Potato just stares.
Anyway, going back to. Okay. You guys make it to town. It's sort of a ghost town. You can see some people in the. You can see some people. No one's looking like they're doing too good though. There's vomit. There's like vomit spots all over the street. And from the smell, you're pretty sure it's a lot worse on the insides. Quick question here. Anyone like fire?
I mean,
I'm
It
not
takes my-
opposed to it.
I'm not a
it
pyro.
burns down my enemies' houses. Like, I don't use fire magic.
I'm not a pyro, if that's what you're getting at.
Eh. You see some people. How do I explain this? You see some people walking past. They look like they're walking pretty drunkenly. So. So, what do you all want to do? No, in all seriousness, what do you guys want to do? Or is are my headsets fucking up? My headset's fucking up.
Aragon
You
had
said,
a
Can you
question.
hear us,
do you
Princess?
hear a sound of a party?
Okay, I can
No.
hear you guys now.
Okay.
So I just asked if there was a party or a big commotion because
Okay, Abrion, do you realize I haven't been able to hear you guys for the past few minutes, and now I just heard you guys.
Yeah, we know. That's why I went ahead and answered that question, which was, do we hear a party or a big celebration? And the answer is no.
Drinking away their troubles.
Potato does not fancy the booze.
You know, I hate to ask this, but are there like street lamps? Actually, more relevant, is it dark enough to be dim light? Because this ability is funny, and I like to use it. So I want to know if it's like there's areas I could.
It's the middle of the
Consider
day,
it
and
dim
no,
light.
there's no street lamps. There's lanterns that are on the sides of some of the buildings, but no street lamps.
Well, you three have anything? I'll look towards a group of people with me.
Potato is just analyzing what's going on.
my character is
Anthropology
gonna
and all that.
meekly respond. We should probably find a town map so we get a general bearing of where we are.
Potato is inclined to agree.
Hmm. Well, would we like to split amongst? Well, split among ourselves to find a person, or
I mean, splitting up can find us more ground, but the dog did get kidnapped. Or would it be dog napped?
you could probably argue both. But do we have any clue where that is? Might want to solve that issue.
Well, he was kidnapped by some goblins. I'm probably assuming he's dead.
If you know, not worse, he is a dog.
The thoughts of what the fuck's the price for destruction of property? And how much am I going to be fined?
If I
Potato
destroyed,
has several questions about your sanity.
I
Oh,
still
yeah,
like how
another
no
relevant
one has
question for
shared anything about themselves with anyone. It's great.
Another thing that's relevant. How many numbers have you counted? Pieces of paper you've read. Specifically from this job. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, that answers the question.
They gave us one piece of paper. I have
Alright.
it written down in several languages.
Okay, okay.
my character would hold out the piece of paper he was given and flip it front and back. I only got this one.
I feel like this is all going to be the same answer, but just in case, you know, to have an in-character reason why I know something. Because I would have 2 pieces of paper.
Is he gonna
The
bring it
fact
up?
that you asked if anyone else read the second one to the person who handed you the contract.
Was that her? I could have sworn it was a different picture.
No. You
Oh,
had
I
you already
asked
had an
her
in
about
character
it.
reason. Yeah,
I
you
asked
already
her
had an
about
in
it,
character reason to
and
know.
she's like, they agreed to it. She always fucking beat around the bush.
Well, of course they do. It's a corporation. What were you
I
expecting?
just wanted confirmation. So without a shadow of a doubt.
Of course they did. It's a shady ass corporation. What were you expecting to happen?
But long and short, don't die, and watch your travel fees, I guess. There's a lot more to it, but
The dog may have already died.
that's why I'm a bit scared. Would we want to go look to see if they know where goblin camps are, or are we just talking that one up as a lost cause?
Well, I personally didn't know him, and I don't want to force people to do things they don't want to
Dog has
do.
probably been eaten. Goblins are not picky.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't. I sent a couple of ravens out, but 2 of them died, which I find weird because none of the predators should live in this area.
Crunchy, crunchy.
Well, there's no reason to really stay here, I guess. We should go and explore town, at least to get some info on what we do.
You're right, as my character will start walking on his lonesome.
Fucking die, I'm not gonna get... They're not gonna come back for me. Oh, fuck.
Uh, I mean, I've known him for like 2 hours.
Also, I want to once again point out the fact that so far the party's only interactions with each other have been stares at each other with suspicion, signs a piece of paper, walks outside, gets shanked by goblins, loses
Let's
a
be
member,
real.
keeps walking.
Hey,
Real.
I
And then
talked
you
to
join,
Potatoes
and the
part.
process begins all over again. The only difference is you signed the piece of paper before glaring at them with suspicion.
Let's be realistic
I-
here, Pacific. Potato's eyes were probably going in the 2 different directions.
We're probably what? Definitely.
Yeah,
that does
me
not
and
change
fucking
my-
Potato are just staring at each other a little annoyed.
Yeah, but that does not change the fact that you all slept in the same camp, you all fought goblins together, you all signed the same contract,
Hey, I talked to
and
Chris
so
character.
far, you all know practically nothing about anyone else.
Jack
and his only impression of you guys is you'll leave someone behind. It's great. I love this. It's like you're all confirming each other's suspicions. It sucks.
It comes down to the fact that Ainz is a dog.
Paige, I can
Awakened or
already tell
not.
that this party's going to fucking die.
All I'm saying is,
It's okay, we have a revive.
he was only gonna live for like 4 more years at best. Did we really lose anything important?
He had about another good 15 years on him, but
I'm pretty sure he was a familiar. He could have just summoned you.
How
it's
would he have a
okay.
good 15 years on him? He looked like he was a mature dog.
Don't worry about it. Aussie
I think I
Heinz
will.
doesn't know yet.
Alright.
My character will say, before we all go our separate ways, should we have a meeting place?
Potato likes this idea.
Well, shouldn't it just be wherever the tavern is? Or even if there is a tavern. Otherwise, just meet back at the front gate.
Cool. So we should all meet up at the tavern, then we head to the front gate. We should probably stick together until we find the tavern, then split up. And we should meet. So we should go ahead and do that.
Alright. So, where are you guys going?
I don't know, I guess I just take a look around, see what there is.
Potato's going to follow their nose for food.
For Fruit
positions.
Loops.
Because you can find where the food is.
I'm sorry, wait, did you just say Potato's following her nose?
Potato is following Potato's nose, yes.
Yes.
I'd like to direct him back to
Vomit.
the ever so copious amounts of vomit.
And the amount of dear God, you don't want to go in any of the buildings. That made me wonder too.
It smells like puke.
I
Yeah.
wish to follow my nose to the scent of food. Well, you found food.
It's just pre-digested.
Pre-digested food.
Just leftovers.
Soup rock
It's
is not
just leftovers.
Grind out a level I don't need to eat anymore.
My character's just going to look around until he finds the bar.
I feel like it'd be
Or-
better to meet at the gate. That's what I want to do.
And cool, my character's up for that. He doesn't really care where we meet up. He just wants all of us to meet up.
Alright, draw a circle for the meetup place.
The yellow circle where he started in. That's where we're gonna be.
Yeah.
Potato's having the best time. Living Potato's best life.
One of my would-be companions probably is dead, but you know, it's okay.
Oh, my favorite thing is nobody's seen what's inside my backpack.
It's the dog.
What's left of a dog anyway? I'm just kidding.
I mean, if the possum got a hold of the dog, probably.
But my character's just gonna look around town. Probably for like a mayor's office or something like that, because I'm pretty sure that's the person who contacted us. Oh wait, would there be a mayor?
That
Or
is
would it be-
not who contacted us at all.
Oh no, the person who
You
contacted
already-
us for the
Yeah,
mission.
you already met the person who contacted you. They then directed you here.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the person who sent out this mission because they probably have more info.
They're not
No,
here,
no,
Umbreon.
you met
We
the
already-
person who sent out the mission.
The
Your
person
mission was
gave
to
you the
go
first
here and
one.
investigate something. Paige, I was right. They're gonna die here.
Oh yeah, no joke.
This is it. This town's gonna kill them before they even remember what the hell they were doing here to begin with.
Not gonna die.
assume
here.
I
I'm
already
going to
remember
end the
that.
campaign here.
You're assuming
live
any of us are
streamed
functional
it.
brains.
Oh
no,
my
no,
god!
we
Why did no one
like
write down what your
you,
actual mission
guys.
was?
I am high like 85% of the time. You expect me to
I
remember
did.
or write down
you.
shit.
I
I
did.
expected you. The dog wrote down why they were going here, and he's missing. It's great. This is
Yeah,
going
no, this
even
is why I
better.
actually wanted to take notes. In fact, I did take notes. Let me see if I wrote it down. No, I
Yeah,
did
you-
not.
Oh god.
That was the one thing I didn't write down.
Well, like I said before, there's not really a lot of people here. Roll me a perception check. Alright, give me a second. Alright, you see a lot of people either looking green, laying down in really random places, which you're pretty sure that they're just dead. And they're... I said a couple people. Like there's maybe 1, 2 bodies from where you're standing currently. Plus, you guys haven't said you were going into the town just yet. You guys have been arguing over a place to meet up. Alright, roll me a deck save. You didn't say you were stepping around the vomit, so yes. You slip and fall in the water. Okay, roll your med check. You see some, to put it simply, there's, it looks like it's not very, okay, to put it simply, it doesn't look like normal vomit. Some of it looks like alcohol-induced vomit. Other of it does not. It's more or less the second type's the more worrying part, cause there's some that have, yeah, true. You're pretty sure he's standing in the non-alcoholic type at the moment. Yes, I do mean the coat. I do mean potato. Alright, so how you guys want to do this? Pretty much. Alright, roll me a dex check. This is just to see how well you manage to navigate around it. You know what I'm talking about. Pacific? Would it be acrobatics or dex? Alright, God, you heard him. Yeah, you can maneuver around it just fine. Wait, what, Crow? Plus, you didn't say you were avoiding it. Alright. You walk over to this person who has a. Looks like a mask on. Claude? You walk over to a person with a mask on. Looks like it's stuffed with a variety of herbs, like lavender and all that. Nope. You get a wave of hello. Where are you from? And who sent ya? Still marigolds? Alright. So, you hear about the crops? Look, we don't know why, but a while ago, 3 days before we were supposed to ship out, a fog came rolling in. And we all were just minding our own business. And after the fog rolled out, our crops were all withered. And then everything started going south. Since then, every 3 days, the fog comes through. And I'm pretty sure you can guess what happens to those who get caught out in it from the bodies. You guys just missed it passing through. Three. Some of the smaller goblins live in the swamp, though no clue if they survive the fog anymore, since that's where it rolls to after it hits here. Potato did not state whether he followed Claude or not, but yeah, what's your question? Let's see. Let me move ya. Eins. Who did you call a bee? Okay. Umbreon, do not make me dunk you in the water. Umbreon, do you live? Okay. Alright, so... Oh yeah, that's exactly what he does. Anyway. Claude, you got any more questions? And Potato, who did you follow? Which path did you take? Yep. Roll a dice. Alright. You see a couple of dead bodies, and you see some people looking in from some of the houses. They do not look like they're doing too well. And yes, this is them looking at you through their windows. You get one wave from a child in the black capped house to your top right. Alright. Audley, what do you do? And Claude, let me know if you have more questions. There's dead bodies scattered in the street. Some of them has... How are you investigating? How are you investigating? Okay. He looked like one of the farmers. There's some blisters scattered around his body. And no, these are not where a farmer would normally have blisters. Yeah. He looked... He does not look beat up. He looks... But simply... There is blood... There is dried blood under him. But it looks like it's because he cracked his head on the way down. Roll me a med check. It's not very big, but it's big enough to where you're pretty certain that the company might not be getting their shipment anytime soon. No, if they're how bad this dude is. Yeah. You see some of the bodies have masks on them with sort of like some plants that are supposed to basically smell good. But a lot of those uh they look like various animal masks. It looks like one how do I describe this? Yeah, something that smells good. Lavenders, and the face is rotting. Roll me a con save. I'm sorry, Aussie. You throw up. Yeah, turns out these flowers are keeping any of the. To put it simply, the bodies are rotting from the inside, from what you can smell, and from what it smells like. The masks are there to keep the smell from coming out. You're not willing to, from that smell alone, you're not willing to check to see if the other end is plugged or not. On it.
Instead
I
of an
thought
eye.
she just hit
Hello?
something on her. On
Hello,
her
hello,
side.
hello.
Hello.
Okay, fixed it. I will explain later once the live stream is off, but
Yep. Okay.
no magical properties as far as you can tell in this town. Was there anything else that happened?
No. They were just sitting there wondering why you weren't responding, so I turned on the volume on the stream and realized none of the volume was transmitting through. So, we just waited until it reconnected.
I'm going to ritual cast. Paige.
Yeah, you didn't say what you're ritual casting yet.
Detect magic.
Detect magic.
There's no magic within 30 feet of you at the current moment.
Alright. That's an hour of my time, so.
It's I thought it was 10 minutes. Top.
No,
only
it's an
10
hour plus however long it takes.
Almost third. Anyone else have something special they want to do? The next thing I want to do gets me out of town, so that's why I'm holding off.
The car alarm's finally gone.
Potato's sitting there for an hour, so.
So these bodies are not sporadically placed, just laying across the city floor.
Like people just dropped. From what I understand. So.
People are dying.
Pretty much. And from what Athi has seen, there were a couple of them have dried blood under them. Yeah, Athi, the more you look around, the more masks you see. Some of them have various. Each of the masks are very different, and from how you can tell, it's more or less not only based on profession, but might be based on a nickname sort of thing they had. You're not entirely sure. But from what you can tell, a lot of the farmers have plant-eating animal masks.
What?
Herbivore masks.
Pretty much. I didn't know if... Yeah.
Because I heard plant-eating mass, and I was like, what?
Plant-eating animal masks.
Don't worry about it, babe.
My character will cover up his mouth and nose
It's D&D, baby.
as he's gonna try to start investigating this body, just by
You
looks
have
first.
not even
Can I-
left the You have not even entered the town.
Yeah, I'm over here.
I moved you over there.
You moved me over here.
Yeah, because that's where you begin. I moved you on into the water as a joke.
Yeah, then I moved over here.
So
Where
you... Alright, roll me a dex save. People do not learn Pacific.
Save.
Roll me a dex save.
May I ask for what reason?
You have yet to say you were avoiding the vomit.
GM says roll a dex save. They don't have to tell you the reason. A lot of times you're rolling a save against something you're not even aware of.
You slip and you slide through
Luck
the
point.
vomit and into the water.
I'm using a luck point.
Luck. You're going to spend a luck point on it. Okay.
I don't know what
Just so
that
you know,
does.
That'll
the
burn all
DM
of
can
them.
also tell you that you're not allowed to spend a luck point.
I don't know. I'm gonna let him spend a luck point. I just want to see how bad the dice got to hit him.
The
DC
GM can also
is
say,
15.
ah, yes, that's right. The wave did just recently. Okay, yeah, I can see why that would be the case.
So yeah, no, you slip and you fall in the water. You want to use another luck point, Umbreon?
He can't.
He can only use one per roll.
He has to take what's the new one?
Which the new one's still better. He could have gotten, a nat 1.
You're into the waterway over there.
That one doesn't mean anything unless the roll specifies failing by like a certain amount or lower.
What did
Exactly.
Paige say? She got talked over.
You slipped and you fell into the water.
Cool.
So I can't tell if she got too far away from her mic or if she isn't pushing her push to talk. She may be talking to someone.
I have no idea. I just couldn't hear what she said.
My apologies about that.
Okay, now
problem.
she's back. She's back. I'm gonna get out of the water.
Alright. Are you standing anywhere specific?
I'm investigating a body, so probably next to it.
You landed in the water, Umbreon. You slid past all the
I
dead
said I was
bodies.
getting out of the water, and then you asked me if I'm standing somewhere specific, and I said I'm investigating the body, so I'll probably
okay,
have to
my
stand next to it.
misunderstanding. Alright. Which bot? Roll me a d6.
D6. Cool.
Alright, you find a body right on the right next to the water where you stood up. Of course, you're not checking the one that clearly has the mask next to it ripped off.
Cool. So, covering my mouth and face again. My mouth and nose, not face. And I want to see from any visual clues, can I see what was his cause of death?
It seems like a lot of them have cracks in the back of their heads with blood pools under them. Though there's also vomit around them, so you're not sure if it's from them puking up their guts. And no, I mean that as a joke. Or bloodlust.
Can I determine whether the crack in their head came from the inside or the outside? Did something break into their head or something broke out of their head, basically?
It looks like a slip and fall.
Outside. That's what his cause of death was?
Yeah, you see a crate next to him that has a corner of the... There are several crates on this thing that are scattered about. The one next to him has a trace of blood on the corner, so you're pretty sure that's why he cracked his head upon.
That's how he broke his bean open.
How big is the crack in his head? Just like, is it a small crack or like a big one?
I already told you what was used against him. He literally just slipped, fell, cracked his head on the corner of a crate. I have no clue what size it would be, honestly.
I'm just trying to use that to determine just like, oh, is it just like a small, not a small cut, just like a box-shaped cut, or like, oh, it looks like some of his skull cracked in, because that will tell me how badly, if this disease affects bone structure at any point.
Roll me a med check. Doesn't look like it affects the bone. Muscle and other things, however, maybe.
So bone structure wasn't affected. So I got a general gist like, hey, maybe it messed with muscles. Can I tell how old this body is?
Literally just died. Like, you guys just came, like, maybe a day old.
I don't really want to cut this man open in the middle of the road because, like, he probably has a family.
Don't worry though. He's
Rion,
already
he's
dead.
one of the people who has a mask on. And from what you can see, the dude who's also currently rotting may or may not be the same age as of death.
No, I still don't want to just go like randomly dissecting people in the middle of the street. But I do want to run like a couple of checks to see like, hey, something doesn't feel right about his like muscle strength. Because if he's just died, it shouldn't be too badly decayed. So I could get a gist of it.
Alright, Brown, we're putting your thing on pause. Authy, let's get back to you or one of the others.
Go to someone else. I don't have anything yet.
Okay. Claude, do you have anything else?
I wanted to go check out the farms, but I'm pretty sure that's out of town. So
Yeah. You walk a little bit. There's a path leading off from the town. You can tell from the distance that those crops are not good. A majority of them are withered. And from what you can tell about the land alone, it's become, put it simply, any sort of plant life that is growing there is dead.
can I attempt an arcana check to see if it is like a curse of some sort, or
It's
like,
not a
magic
curse.
made- or if it was literally just disease?
Not just disease. Make me a perception check.
Well, ooh.
I'm just gonna say you pass because this is pretty clear. You see in the irrigation ducts, there's a good pile of bodies throughout the farm. You're pretty sure this farm is screwed.
That's not inherently bad. It's a world where that's really good.
No, Claude, you don't understand. You can't.
Fertilizer.
Roll me a
beautiful.
herbalism check.
Herbalism or nature? One I
Nature.
don't have any. 8.
I'm just gonna say this is. You know from reading that if you're using a farm, you don't normally bury human dead bodies near it. 'Cause that shit kills them very quickly. Unless by some sort of magical means is the body turned into compost. The body causes issues to the lay of the land. Which is why they're almost always buried in a box. If not some sort of other thing for it. And I'll tell you right now, these are rotting bodies on top and around this farm.
have something. Move the bodies out of the way. 'Cause I'm not gonna do it physically. 'Cause I don't even know if I can do it physically. Can I,
Can you what?
trying to think how to word it right. So, grasp Hadar means it has to pull towards. So, I want to maneuver myself to where, like, there's the aqueduct with the bodies in it. I want to be, like, here in relation. So the bodies will come over here.
What are you pull? Okay, you do so.
Good. If it is relevant, I have to Eldritch Blast, so D10 of damage.
Hey,
but
Claude,
come
a
alive.
good portion of these bodies are beyond a few days old. It looks like they abandoned the farm a while ago. So as you're dragging, you see some of these bodies lose their organs.
I mainly want to get it out of the aqueduct.
Yep. And there you see the body parts. You see the organs float downstream. You got the bodies out of the way, but some of the organs are missing.
Probably a predator.
No, Claude, you literally saw said
Just
organs
rotted.
float down the stream.
My bad. I heard bodies for whatever reason. But I think that's most of what I can find out without taking risky steps. So back
Are
to
you gonna
the
wash your hands?
entry. I didn't touch them physically.
Okay.
I shot a little like
Potato,
beam
what
at
do
him.
you want to do?
Has it been an hour?
I'll say it has.
Alright. Potato found no magic at all.
Only bodies.
Mm.
So many bodies.
I'm gonna assume these are fucking heavy though, so.
Yeah.
I don't know. Rotting bodies tend to lose a good chunk of their weight when you know they lose a good chunk of their contents.
I know what I'm going to do. Pacific, you know what possums are good for, right?
Lucas, don't set the possum on them. You don't want to see that, Lucas. You really don't. Okay.
I'm going to let my possum out of my backpack. And I'm going to ask it to investigate the corpse for me.
Lucas, roll a will save for your little possum.
I don't have a sheet for it.
No, it's fine. It's not will. This one would actually be more of a survival check on the possum's part.
And we're using
Paige, I know what he's doing here.
Can you roll it
possums
then?
are good at identifying diseases. And they're immune to a few of them. I don't have the sheet for it.
Pacific, I
Okay.
think this is your part in this.
We used this for. We used the fucking giant rat for this, didn't we? You know, like, we used the rat for it?
We said we were using the weasel.
The weasel. Thank you. Pulling up the weasel sheet. Give me just a moment.
Go, little buddy. That creature's probably confusing the fuck out of people as it just crawls out of a kobold's backpack screaming.
Let's see. Oh, this isn't gonna be good. Okay. Rolling GM because possum is still possum.
Yep.
Let's see. Survival's a wisdom check, so add 1 to that. Okay. Hey, Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
He pokes at the body a little bit, gets a tiny bit of necrotized tissue squirting on its snout, and takes one sniff of that and comes scurrying back to you.
Alright. I am going to follow that up with prestidigitation to sanitize the possum. I am straight up sanitizing Bob the possum and then asking Bob what it found.
Do you want indeterminate screeching, or do you want an actual answer?
This one would be an actual answer. And then
Well,
Bob comes back to
well,
screaming.
since, by the way, I'm handing you the actual weasel sheet, give me just a second to generate that sheet. There you go. An actual weasel sheet, and we'll just rename. Yeah, again, you can just rename that to Bob the Weasel.
Bob the possum.
Possum. Thank you.
Bobsum.
Bobsum. There you go. A sheet for your possum. Well, you're using Speak with Animals for this?
It's my familiar.
Ah, yes, it is your familiar. Telepathic link. I don't actually know how your possum's going to sound aside from indiscriminate screaming noises, so since that's all that you handed us. One moment.
You're free to come up with it. I don't mind either way. Bob's just in an eternal state of misery and pain, like most of humanity.
I'll be right back. I'm grabbing something.
I'm going to worry about coming up with a voice for him later, but the long and short of it is Bob doesn't know what it is, smells awful, and it seems wrong.
That's actually
Like
a lot of
something,
information.
yes. Something with the body seems very wrong, and he ain't touching that shit.
That is actually a lot of information for how little that actually sounds like.
I know. That's why I said that's the gist of it.
Alright.
Remember, actual familiar, you're going to get a fair bit more information than just Speak with Animals would, because that just conveys meaning.
Yep.
And things can get lost in translation.
I'm going to try and think of what might have brought this about, either by magical or natural means. Magic is my fucking study, so I'm like, I hope it's magical.
Okay, well, you didn't detect magic. You may still roll an Arcana check if you wish to search your previous. Yeah, someone else already rolled it. Someone already rolled Arcana.
Yeah. I hadn't fucking moved, so it was the same spot I'd cast Detect Magic in. But I'm thinking if something innately magic may have caused this.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying you can roll Arcana to check your memory of specifically magical knowledge regarding this. Or
I
you can
will
roll
or-
nature, yeah, or you can roll nature or medicine. Oh,
Or an Arcana.
okay. So, Lucas, you know a few things magic oriented that could cause stuff like this, but almost all of it would have left a trace, or like you still would have been able to pick up some sort of trace,
Yeah.
whether on the body or still in the air due to the villagers telling, like just basically the fact that this is all recent. You can
Yeah.
tell from the fact that this is all recent that there should have been something.
Magical residue of some form. Then let's pick up that natural fucking brain.
Oh, that's
I'm
even worse.
I'm rolling shit today.
Yeah. Oh god, the wizard's not having a fun time. Potato's having bad day.
All of my
So-
rolls that I've rolled, I have a 7, a 10, and an 8.
So, Potatoes knows many things. Potato's pretty sure this isn't, most of the things they know. Or if it is, Potato thinks they may need to get a closer look. Because they aren't sure at the current moment.
Mhm. Potato is going to avoid the vomit and return to shore.
Potato's going to walk away.
Potato's like, I know nothing. Potato is sure of this.
It's like, Potato knows many things. Potato is sure they know many things. Potato is pretty sure that they do not know this.
Potato wants to find rocks. Potato is it, fuck it.
God. Okay, so Potato has no answers. Opossum said, "Fuck this shit."
Potato is listening to Bob.
Potato has made wise decision. Bob knows better than Potato. Anyways,
So,
wondering where Paige is right now.
she said she was gonna get some food.
I know. So,
Uh,
short break.
Do we-
I know Umbreon's searching a body.
I forgot
Because
what
that's where we
talking
left
about.
off on, with you. Claude just got done doing their thing. Real quick before we start your thing, because Athi wanted to pass. Athi, have you thought up anything you need to do? Silence is concerning.
I think he went to get food too.
Okay. Well, you're all going to be sharing your findings anyways, I hope.
Okay.
When you all physically meet, and I expect
Yeah.
all of you to actually state your findings and whatnot.
My character is going to. I wish I had goggles at the current moment. I want to give my crow my dagger and just like tell it to use the blunt end to poke at the body and tell me if it feels stiff.
You are aware of how difficult it is for a crow to maneuver a dagger like that, right?
I wish I had a smaller dagger because I know to poke at this thing and then it's like, oh, you got this black ooze spraying in your face. And your mouth and nose may be covered, but you don't have goggles. And I don't know if this place sells goggles.
I have a counter offer for you, Umbreon. Why don't you just have your bird pick a spot open? Because if it's a raven or a crow, depending on which one it is, it can just fucking eat that bit.
I hate to interrupt,
Welcome
but I gotta end this a little bit earlier than normal.
Oh, okay. Umbreon was about to try to convince his crow to poke a body.
I heard. But I gotta
I was
end this a
actually-
little bit earlier than normal.
It's fine.
Okay.
I hope everyone wrote down what they found out in their notes. You'll all have to recount this when you all meet up
I
next
would just
session,
like
so...
I would just like to state that the person who learned the most important thing was probably Claude.
What did he learn?
Potato
We'll
actually
find out
learned...
next round.
here's the funny thing. Potato learned a fair bit from their familiar, but their own knowledge checks failed.
Alright.
So,
Anyway.
Potato is following Bob's advice here and just not fucking with the bodies.
Alright. Well, guys, this was D&D Corrupted Harmony. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. Wait, quick question here. Claude, did you show them that paper?
Sorry.
Nope, we're still running.